today we're gonna be back with the council. This is episode 3 of the council. It's like our part 5 or 6 or something. I'm not really sure, if I'm being honest. But we're gonna be doing episode 3 today. So it's gonna be cool. Also, sorry if the audio ever sounds trash. I got the fan going because it's hot in here, and I also got like a cough drop in my mouth. I've been sick lately, but we're already doing it. Let's continue. There's a lot of crazy stuff happened last time.
The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
You must leave me alone.
Somebody
Now.
must be
I
checking,
have
looking
agreed
for
to everything, even to...
But you do realize your mother will have to accept the consequences of her acts.
I hope that your search will prove successful and bring Sarah back to us soon.
I'll be leaving now because whatever it is you're up to, I do not want to know.
Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough. The woman with two faces.
Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
What's going on here? Last time I checked, we was like standing over a dead body. And my mother ain't, it's like, I'll be real, child. I'm not gonna, I ain't gonna go against my mother. Who does that? Let's get erudition. Points for etiquette. Can you use, give me that? Politics. Maybe politics. Oh, I can do one more? Boy, we out here. Somebody, yeah, here it was. Somebody was creeping up on me. Rebels.
Louis?
Hey, I killed a servant.
Louis, the conference is about to start any minute.
George, it's a whole body right here.
Damn it. What's going on?
I don't know exactly, Mr. President. I was looking for my mother and I came upon this body.
My God. You don't think Sarah did it, do you?
Protect her reputation. No.
No, I don't think so. Why would she have attacked a servant?
If no one saw you, I'd advise you not to get involved, Louis, so that no one will accuse you of the murder.
Damn, it's real. Should we find out who did this, George?
Oh, darling, the conference is starting. Time is of the essence. Sort this out and join us as quickly as you can in the conference room. Everyone will be expecting you.
Mr. President, this is not really the right time, and I didn't come for that.
Your mother's seat cannot remain vacant. You must replace her while she's still missing. Your mother and I were to support Mortimer on this project. I don't know what the subject is, but the future of our countries depends on it. Given the importance of all this to Mortimer, he won't let the conference begin without you. So if you don't want more servants coming looking for you, I'd advise you to join us quickly and to put a brave face on it. The best favor you can do for yourself, Louis, and for Sarah, is to come and support Mortimer's project at the conference.
You can count on me. Don't commit yourself to anything.
Look, I don't mind following you, but I should warn you. I have no idea what this is all about. So I can't make any promises as to what I might do. I shall make my decision after the debate, when the time comes.
Ah, very well. As you wish.
Yeah, he could have
You will
promised
see
nothing.
once you hear everything. But given the situation, I think you will have everything to gain by joining Mortimer's side. I'm
Probably.
going.
We'll
Don't
make it
be
our decision
long.
when we get there.
Tell them that I'm on my way.
Tell him that you never saw me, George. George is you see how he vanished?
Leftover food. Huh, not exactly fresh. Someone's made a fire here. And the ashes are still warm. If you're the one who did it, Mother, it couldn't have been easy with only one hand.
This is not going to cost me anything, is it?
Must have just missed her. If only I hadn't wasted so much time getting out of Lord Mortimer's study.
For real. It wasn't even that. It was just because I stood there talking to old boy and that guy, both of those guys, Pelagie and whatever his name is.
Leftover food.
Walmer.
Not exactly fresh.
Walmer.
Must have been here for a while.
35.
An old blanket. From the looks of it, it couldn't keep her very warm.
Man, I really need to find my mother. It's a damn body.
Oh, he's dead. What the hell's been going on here?
I don't gotta get enough science. Another mask? I'm always been curious.
Secrets hidden under these masks.
Just a regular guy.
His face doesn't ring a bell. I'm a bit disappointed. Might have expected more from Lord Mortimer.
Search him. What's the cause of death? Is it a bullet? Because if it was a bullet, she probably did it. Expected more. Did I just steal from this thing? Alright, I guess we're leaving, right? We can't. Alright,
Mother, if this is your doing, the situation is getting worse and worse.
They got like a little, like. Oh, here.
Carmelite water will give me a little reprieve.
I'm looking around real quick, make sure we ain't missing nothing. Don't let me know.
Well, the gate is locked.
Is this really all that there is? No other clues. Look at the blanket. Look at the food. Alright. Guess we're leaving. I guess we're leaving, guys.
Oh, he's dead.
Because I'm not seeing any.
What's going on here?
I looked on the mask. I can't examine the body because I don't have enough
Mother,
science.
If this is your doing, the situation is getting worse and worse.
It really is. And I can't get in here because I need a key.
Well, the gate is locked.
Oh no. We'll come back. Can we sell the entrance in? How do we know how to get in there? Right. I forgot they have me a little hedge maze. A hedge maze. Okay, I think this is the way out. It's starting to look familiar. Yeah, you can't keep me down. I'm out here. Did George say where the conference room is? They probably got like a conference room. We'll check the map. Read those houses a lot. Boy, this dude's eyes are real green, like the Hulk or something. Attend the conference. Library, dining hall, prisons, quarters. Guess we just run around it until we see where we actually need to be. I'm thinking the dining hall might be the place. Or that little what's name, the little room we were when everything went down with Napoleon. Is this something you see here? Oh yeah, it's just so you can look at stuff. I don't want to look at nothing.
Monsieur de Richet, you're the only one missing at the conference. Please join the guests.
I'm ready. This is not the way, huh? Okay. Le Richet. Book I already looked at for?
The Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near. His brain is oozing by either ear.
Oh, wow. Okay. Excuse me, guys. Sickness is real, man. To pop one of these beautiful cough drops brought to you by Hogs. Hogs, if you're coughing, take a Hogs.
There's the alchemical symbol of the earth on the lid.
Oh, I got a key for it, right? Use the right key. Hey, got some chamomile water. Cool, and some royal jelly. Okay, I gotta go there. I think you want to talk to us about supporting Napoleon's taking over Paris.
Respect to any other
Totally wrong, I assure you.
I have suspected it.
Let's talk to his brothers. First, to talk to him because he didn't tell nobody, and I appreciate that.
I don't know if you ever found what you were looking for in the garden, but Mortimer is waiting for you. I suggest you get a move on.
You say it as if you were afraid of him.
I have suspected it for some time,
I'm so curious. What's going on between
I
you
sense
two?
that you have things you'd like to say, but something's holding you back. What is going on between you two?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I believed in him. I followed him to the best of my ability. I championed his ideas, defended his decisions, and then, without even realizing it, I became lost. The siren's song, Monsieur de Richet. You wake up one morning, not knowing where you are, and you think about everything you've done for a man who wasn't even worth it. For a man who has no respect for you, who uses you, and who drops you as soon as he no longer needs you. For me, it's too late now. But you still have a choice. Don't respond to his call, sir.
Okay, see, kind of sticking with him a little bit.
My son, glad you're here. It seems Lord Mortimer's been waiting for you to arrive before beginning.
What's up,
What
Yaji?
a pity your mother isn't here for the conference. I hope I'll be able to see her before I leave. I still have a very important letter to give to her.
Feeling all right, Louis? You look like you're miles away.
Everything's fine. Don't worry.
Lord Mortimer wants to talk to you, Louis. Don't make him wait.
Indeed, I rather believe he did.
Anyway, how are they scared of Lord Mortimer? Hey, another box.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of water.
You better keep it at. Use left key.
Are you quite sure, sir? Is there not a little mistake?
Oh, you can actually see the key going in. Oh, okay. He's right key? I don't got the right key.
But it is not sound. You know it is not sound.
What's up, Walner? What's up, other guy?
Good evening, gentlemen.
From Spain?
Are we ready? The much-awaited conference is about to begin?
That is what we have all been waiting for.
I got one creep in here. What's up, y'all?
Mortimer wishes to speak to you before it begins. You should go and see him.
Guess I should.
Are you quite sure, sir?
Let's pop one of these jellies though, cause we gotta be ready to argue when this time comes. Oh hell yeah! Is there more royal jelly? No, it's chamomile water. Of course, it's chamomile water. What's this? Golden elixir. I don't even remember what golden elixir does. Take whatever that is.
Honey, the remedy of the
Yes.
gods.
Honey, I need you. You gotta be ready to argue, guys. We need to take anything that we can see. We're not ready to talk to Lord Mortimer yet. Trust him. Some more Devil Storm, which we actually have our inventories full of Devil Storm, which is good. Let's grab everything that we can kind of find real quick before the whole debate and everything start. That way we'll be like ready for it. Oh, what's this?
Amber.
Ooh, got me an amber. I think the more like embers you get, because I ain't played this game in a while, so I don't really remember. I think the more embers you get, the more like, what's the name she get?
I have suspected it for some time, but now
She's not acting by design, is she?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Ah, Louis, I've been expecting you. Thank you for joining us. We are about to begin our conference. Let me explain what is at stake.
Thank you kindly. But what do you expect of me exactly? My mother's the one who's supposed to attend, not me.
That is indeed what was initially intended. Unfortunately, she still hasn't been found, and my guests can't stay here indefinitely. The conference must begin, and it would be truly beneficial to the Order to join in the project. Consequently, I would like you to replace her during her absence. What is at stake here is of the utmost importance.
It's important that the French Order gets their say. And should you need any advice, don't worry. You are not alone, Louis.
Very well.
Okay, I'll definitely have some questions. What is the conference about?
Can you give me a brief explanation of the aim of it all?
Of course, Louis, I was coming to that. The aim of these meetings is to bring together the most influential people in order to think together about the future.
But the future of who?
Of the world, Louis.
Our desire is to steer the destiny of our respective countries for the good of all, and to no longer suffer the random hazards of history.
Okay, I'm down with that, but how's the conference work?
In concrete terms, how do you organize your discussions?
A conference is always organized the same way. There are two masters of ceremony who determine an important subject.
You and Sir Gregory, I presume.
Exactly. We shall be the masters of ceremony. It was our obligation to each bring to the table several guests in order to debate a subject. Once the debate is closed, a decision will be made by a vote of all the participants.
By a unanimous vote. If the project is not agreed on by all, then it will be rejected.
And neither of the two masters of ceremony have the right to vote.
It's up to the guests alone to decide, Louis. In other words, us.
Gregory and myself are merely the go-betweens. Finally, if the project is validated, each guest goes home and starts working to make it happen.
It can take years.
How have you been operating?
How long have you been active?
Oh, this tradition has more or less always existed, Louis. It has continued from generation to generation.
Can you give me an example of an event that was decided here before being implemented in the outside world?
Well, take the French Revolution.
Sorry, guys.
It was decided right here, 2 years before its implementation in France.
Concerning the case of the French Revolution, I wasn't invited. But as far as the American Revolution is concerned, Louis, I can testify that we planned it 5 years before implementing it, for example.
Wow, okay.
Louis, let me keep you a moment. I would like to let you in on a secret before we begin, because I'm going to need your assistance. You see, the project I'm going to present concerns the territory of Louisiana in North America. It's currently Spanish territory, and I'm going to make the proposition to the Assembly for it to become French.
What? But America needs to... What? Okay. What's that got to do with me? Continue.
My idea is to increase the territory of the United States. The first stone of this vast project consists of getting Spain to cede Louisiana to France. Once it becomes French, France will hand it over to the United States, which will then allow them to double the size of their territory. And that's where you come in. France and the United States, hand in hand, two democracies illuminating the world.
Okay. Where does this project extend? How... Do I know anything about Lord Mortimer? Let's see. Before we start asking questions and shit that he's gonna fucking deflect. Let's find Lord Mortimer. Well, all right. William Mortimer. Immunities. He's immune to science, y'all. So everything else should work on him. Where does this project extend? How far does this project go?
But why spread it over 2 phases? Why not announce the overall project immediately?
Unfortunately, if Spain were to hear that the intention of all this is to allow the United States to grow, they would never sign. Manuel Godoy is perfectly aware of President Washington's appetite. If the United States took Louisiana, Godoy would know full well that he will have lost the entire North American continent. Things must take place in several stages. Otherwise, the change will be too brutal, and he will have no choice but to reject the project. Take a look at them. Apart from President Washington, they all belong to monarchies. Do you really think they won't resist? Of course they'll fight, fearful as they are of losing their precious privileges. But the world needs visionaries, like you, like your mother. It's a pity Sarah isn't here to see it. She only knew about a tiny part of it. I hope I can count on you, Louis. It's time to start now. I must ask you to keep it to yourself for the time being. Take a seat, follow the discussions. We will have an opportunity to catch up later, and you'll be able to let me know your thoughts.
I don't have a problem with having
My
sell it to
friends,
France
I
too.
propose we get started.
Thought about what's in there. But what's more
First
than
of
getting out
all, I
of
would
it?
like to thank you for taking the time to come.
The honor is ours, my lord.
As per our custom, here we are all together to discuss the face of tomorrow's world. Even though there may be certain tensions between our nations, I must ask you to keep an open mind. As Sarah de Richet is unable to be among us, please welcome Louis de Richet, who will represent the Golden Order and will vote on its behalf when the time comes.
Welcome among us, Louis.
Welcome, Monsieur.
I hope he'll be more effective than his mother regarding the protection of the King of France. The Order has proved particularly inefficient.
Come, Manuel, you're not going to spoil our visit. The Order's mission was not to protect King Louis XVI, as far as I am aware.
We are talking about a king of divine blood, for goodness sake. It seemed obvious to me he needed protecting. If the Golden Order wants to pride itself on being an influential organization, it should have kept him alive.
Put Gotti in his face. Give a nod without saying anything.
Thank you all.
Yes,
I am honored to be among you today. I will strive to represent the interests of the Order as best I can.
Perhaps we may begin, Lord Mortimer.
Certainly. I have a dream that our nations will continue to support each other, more now than ever before. A dream that, for the sake of common good, we will do what it takes to ensure stability in the modern world. I have a dream that we shall lead by example and ensure that the American territory may remain in peace.
Thank you for the thought, Lord Mortimer. But I don't see where you're leading.
I'm coming to it, Mr. President. I need not remind you that North America is currently divided between the United States on the east coast and Spain, which occupies the remaining 2/3 of the continent. Well, I propose that Spain cede the center of the continent to France, namely all of Louisiana.
Louisiana? But, well, it is not for sale. Lord Mortimer, I sincerely hope I have not come all this way just to hear you ramble on about what Spain should and should not do. When we went to all the trouble of gaining the territory a few years ago, it was not just to lose it today. Have I made myself clear?
What did I tell you, William? You speak of union, and yet here you are, about to tear us apart.
Duke Manuel, I perfectly understand you. But rest assured, you will soon adore my proposition. You shall see.
Well, since you give me the choice, my good fellow, allow me to doubt it. However, I am impatient to hear what Spain could possibly gain from the sale of Louisiana.
I never spoke of a sale, my good fellow.
What? I do not understand.
There is one more territory left to conquer, if I'm not mistaken, in the northwest. It is, of course, occupied by your notorious Indians, but...
We shall soon be rid of the savages, so that is not the question.
They're not savages. I wasn't saying, I'm saying.
These savages, as you call them, were there before you. They are on their homeland.
As much as the black people of Africa, Monsieur de Richet. That does not stop your dear France from massacring them and sending them like cattle to Mr. Washington's cotton plantations to provide him with cheap labor. So
Damn,
you
you got me there.
To yourself, if you please.
Senor, I would not like to be associated with that. The subject of black slaves in the United States of America is a complex subject, which we shall resolve at a future date.
Now let's talk about that. Washington, Jelly Jim, filthy swine. No, I didn't do that. France will soon no longer use slaves. I don't know if this challenge him means like challenge Washington, because I definitely want to like get into this whole slavery thing. It's, you know, let's use
France is not without fault, but that doesn't take away Spain's responsibilities. You see, Native Americans are being subjected to a veritable ethnic cleansing. Europeans are colonizing their land so that it then belongs to them. The widespread evangelization of its inhabitants will soon eradicate a multitude of cultures. You've done the same thing in South America. How far will white people go? Reservations to pin them in like cattle? Total genocide?
Come now, my friends. Let us not digress. Anyway, these primitive people have no souls.
See, I'll challenge the wrong person.
We bring the good word to them in order to save them. You'll see. Colonization brings with it many benefits, too.
Excuse me, if you don't mind, Your Eminence, I shall continue. Duke Manuel, I believe that Spain should cede Louisiana to France free of charge.
This is utterly grotesque, Lord Mortimer. What a strange example you set for your young protege. Isn't that so, Monsieur de Richet? Do you understand anything of this proposition?
It will protect you from the Americans. It will protect you from the British. Conviction. Let's see. Trying to see if I know anything about this dude. What's his name? His name is yeah, what the fuck is God, man, yeah. I know nothing about him. Let's go to politics just because it saves us the most points.
We are neighbors, Duke Manuel. Remember, your main rival in Europe is more likely to be England, who is plowing the seas right up your coastline. Hand over Louisiana to France and make her a prime ally.
Come, Louis. Spain and Great Britain are already allies and have nothing to gain by breaking their alliance.
Even if I do agree, Duchess, the omnipresence of the English fleet in Atlantic waters does not particularly please me.
I must say, William, I find your project mostly disfavors me. I thought you were my friend.
And I am, Mr. President. That is why I'm doing everything in my power to calm your expansionist fervor. France, in Louisiana, should persuade you not to attempt anything to take the territory by force. Louisiana is a vast wetland where you would needlessly lose most of your troops. It would weaken you and offer certain nations the perfect opportunity to take back your famous United States. I am protecting you from yourself, George. Trust me.
I understand. But with friends like you, sir, I certainly don't need any more enemies. I hope you know what you're doing.
Am I imagining things, or does it look like Washington isn't aware of Mortimer's plan?
Not to put too fine a point on it, Lord Mortimer, but I doubt the Holy See would be in favor of Catholic Louisiana being handed over to secular revolutionaries and king killers.
I should think Monsieur de Richet has an opinion on this subject, does he not?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I do. France will protect the Christians. I think Mortimer's map, or Oh, well, is this something I can? Okay. I'm curious.
On the maps of Italy I saw in Mortimer's secret study, he had anticipated movements of troops across Italy. I wouldn't be surprised if he's planning an invasion of Italy by France, and if I push the notion a bit further, I can well imagine that Bonaparte's cannons, financed by the Order, will be used for that purpose. The noose is tightening around poor Piaggi's neck without him even realizing it.
I don't know if I'm the best person to speak about that, Your Eminence.
Let's use all my damn points though.
Well,
okay, why not?
I think that the French army will enter Italy, and that the Vatican will do whatever France demands of it, if the Vatican wants to retain its place.
You are joking, I hope. Lord Mortimer, I did not come here to listen to such nonsense.
What makes you think that, Monsieur de Richet?
Well, Monsieur Bonaparte, here present, has ordered a large number of cannons, and I wouldn't be surprised if they were to be used to keep Italy under control.
Come, sir. What a strange idea. I have enough on my plate with issues in Corsica.
If you say so.
You see, you're...
But Corsica is not where the cannons are to be delivered, is it?
Aye, but... Louis, you are quick-witted. I like you.
You seem to be overlooking something, Messieurs les Français. I also have backers who would be only too pleased to demonstrate the full extent of their fervor by defending the Vatican. Mi auguro che insegnerete l'educazione a questo giovanotto presuntuoso, Sir Gregory.
English motherfucker, I don't know what that means.
I hope that you will teach this pretentious young man some manners, Sir Gregory. It looks like I won't be just making friends here.
In any case, my lord, I doubt the English crown will agree.
Ich will sicher Ihnen, Emily. Nie Preußen wird diese Vereinbarung akzeptieren.
Damn, I gotta do the same thing with this dude? Cause the fuck, guys. English, I don't understand.
Emily, the Prussian will never accept this agreement. Volner looks like he's set on ruining Mortimer's plan.
Duchess, I am persuaded that we shall find a common ground.
That's enough, William. These are grave times. We don't care about the fate of Louisiana. That worthless expanse of putrid swamps interests no one but yourself.
Speak for yourself, my friend.
Hold on there, Mr. Royal Gigolo. Lower the volume, and let Sir Gregory finish.
What's this?
Holm, Godoy, and now Volner? Mortimer's adversaries are ready to tear each other to pieces, and he takes a malicious pleasure in watching it happen.
How dare
Gentlemen, let us try to remain calm.
There you are, William. See where your projects have taken us, as per usual. Chaos! That's enough. I'm tired. We shall continue this discussion tomorrow, but please be aware that your project will never be ratified. Those who are opposed to this project, follow me.
I don't know if I did that right.
Are you coming with us, Monsieur de Richet?
Come, Gregory, I think Louis would rather stay. Wouldn't you, Louis?
As for me, I think I shall remain with Lord Mortimer, Sir Gregory.
You are committing a grave error, Louis.
Time will tell.
I don't know what the fuck this all have to really do with finding my mother. But at the same time, the people who got up and made sure they're not necessarily people I'm rocking with. And plus, this is also kind of, it kind of goes along with France's interest. If we can acquire Louisiana, even if it's just to give it back to the United States, then it's still a boom for us, because they'll still have to pay us for their Louisiana.
My friends, I would like to thank you for staying.
Good God, William. What is this I hear about you reinforcing military power in Louisiana? I have no interest in having France for a neighbor, and you know that very well.
Calm down, George. Louis, explain our plan to Mr. Washington, please.
You see, Mr. President, Lord Mortimer anticipates that once France obtains Louisiana, they will cede it to you.
What do you mean? To us? The United States?
You heard right.
But
President Washington, the United States will double in size.
By what miracle have you...
You need to expand, George. You and France are the two major democracies in the modern world. It is necessary that you both become superpowers.
Are you really going to sponsor democracy throughout the world?
Of course, Monsieur Peru. That's why I don't want Spain to get too attached to those weapons. Please continue, Louis. Explain my vision to Mr. President.
Of course. Difficult conviction. Logic. I forgot what was George's weakness. Okay, George, where are you? Oh, right here at the bottom. George, I do not know George's weakness. We're gonna go conviction.
By going through France, Spain won't suspect that it's you who's going to take possession of Louisiana. They'll even believe that France will be a protective buffer between itself in California and you on the East Coast. If Senor Godoy was afraid that you might take the territory by force, now he is reassured. You would never attack France.
But why didn't you tell me before?
For more spontaneity.
So that Lord Mortimer would appear to be isolated without support.
Exactly. You got it, Louis.
Lord Mortimer retains the advantage by advancing undercover. And for it to work, he needed you to act surprised.
William, you haven't changed. Always one step ahead.
1 step ahead? You're joking. More like 5.
On that note, my friends, it's getting late. Mr. President, continue to take offense over my project when we resume the conference in the morning. You do it to a T. And if Sir Gregory has the audacity to send you an emissary to convince you to go against me, do me a favor. String him along if you can. The more they believe we are divided, the more we'll have our hands free.
Only too happy to oblige.
Now, let us get some rest. We've got a big day tomorrow. Good night, gentlemen.
Good night.
Lord Mortimer looks like glitching out all around here.
Louis, if you have a minute, I would like to ask a favor of you. I'm going to require your services.
How can it be of help?
Promises.
Tell me all about it.
Our adversaries are many, and the closing vote of the conference will soon be upon us. Time is of an essence, so I'll need you to assist me this evening.
How can I help?
I need you to go this very evening to persuade Senor Godoy to join us. He is the backbone of Gregory's resistance. Turn him round, and all the others will follow in such a stampede that Gregory will be able to do nothing but admit defeat.
Lord Mortimer, with all due respect, don't you think I'm the last person Godoy wants to talk to?
I'm sure you can do it. I believe in you.
Lord Mortimer, you're not telling me everything.
Let's say I wouldn't disapprove if the Right Honorable, though nonetheless choleric, Duke Manuel put you in his bad books. If it could motivate him to declare war on France, it would greatly serve our interests.
War? What do you mean?
I told you before the conference. The more we distract Spain from the Americas, the less it will have an eye on Louisiana.
But all the same, we're talking about a war in Europe.
Don't worry. That's why Mr. Bonaparte is with us. I am convinced we'll be perfectly capable of managing the conflict. And Senor Godoy is not a great soldier. He will not commit Spain to a long war that he won't be capable of managing.
I'll go straight away.
Thank you, my boy. And
fuck this
get
plan.
some rest afterwards.
I live in France.
Big day tomorrow.
You got any jelly? He's out here patrolling the world. We'll see if he has some jelly, because I really need some right now. You know, that just fills up your bar. Like, you should make like sleepy full of your smart bar. I also want to go see Emily, see what she has to think about. So what she think about the subject. Try to convince Mel good do it. Bro. Alright, see what I can do. Who room is this? Somebody room. Oh, this is that room with the what's name? Which y'all need to be in. You down there here for me. Alright, just gotta find his room. What's going on here?
Hey, Peru's name tag's fallen off, and his door's ajar.
Shit, let's find out what's going on with Peru.
Dear Monsieur Peru, I'm writing to thank you for the funds you sent. These funds will be crucial for the renovation of the western wing of the orphanage. The children you sent are doing marvelously well, and little Pierre will soon be walking. Some of them still sometimes suffer nightmares about their parents on the scaffold, but I expect they will cease in due course. Should you decide to send us more, please note that another 20 beds will soon be ready. The children and myself will never thank you enough. Long live the Republic. Long live France. Sister Marie-Hélène.
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
An old sesterce from Roman Gaul.
Raji, you okay?
Records of the police. Notes intended for the police lieutenant of Paris. It's a list of people under surveillance in Paris. And there's some well-known names on it. This is valuable information. This shouldn't be lying around.
I like he's going with psychology. Okay. Why does this room look like this, though? We didn't learn what we needed to learn. But, you know, whatever. Hopefully we'll be caught coming out of it.
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
I think Napoleon's in his room, ain't he? He's with the other guy. He got a crooked nose like Owen Wilson.
dearest son, I'm writing to implore you to act quickly. The situation is rapidly worsening here. Paoli continues to steer our motherland, Corsica, toward open warfare between France and England. His men are everywhere. We are obliged to go into hiding and are unable to remain in the same place for more than 2 days. I wouldn't be surprised if they targeted us. Make haste, my son. You hold our destiny in your hands. Your love.
Message from his mother. Do we have any...
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
That's like all we ever find is Kimberly water. I need some jelly. Okay, no jelly here.
The Beaucaire dinner. It hasn't been signed yet, but there's a letter with it.
Salmon for writing? Yeah.
So, Bonaparte is going to publish a book that he didn't write. That crafty little rascal.
This whole thing is shifty. Alright. What room is this? This is Emily's room. You hear that? What's Walner doing?
Ah,
Hey, Walner.
Monsieur de Richet. You wouldn't have seen Duke Manuel by any chance, would you?
I was going to ask you the same question.
I wanted to speak to him, but no one will open the door. I'm not sure he's in there.
If I want to pass through, I'll have to get Volner out of the way.
Hey, have you tried entering? Make him leave.
Perhaps he didn't hear you. Did you try entering?
No, of course not. It would not be proper, after all.
Oh, now wait a minute. Yes, I remember now. I think I saw him in the garden.
In the garden? No, you must be mistaken. I've just come from there. I would have seen him.
Oh, I must have seen someone else then.
Most certainly. Oh, well, he's bound to turn up at some point. I'll wait.
Really?
Impossible to get through with him glued in front of the door. I'll have to find another way into Godoy's room.
Oh, that's not a problem. What room is this? This is Monsieur... Oh, this is Murmur. Cool. This will work. Can I open it in my thing here? Can you open that? No. Leave it. Leave it. You can't open it. Just leave it. Just leave it. You don't got unlocking skills.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer is giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please.
I just want to see if I had any kind of counter to, you know, tea or some shit lying around. I'm gonna go into his back door. We're smart like that. Now he should be the next room over. It takes forever for this game to load. Come on.
Mary Louise of Parma. How ironic having a painting of the Queen of Spain in one's room, my Lord Duke. Hey, it looks like someone slipped something in the back here. It's a letter. Let's see what it says. It reeks of perfume, and it's written in Spanish. Godoy, you really are a little devil.
Get translated. That nigga smashing the queen. That's funny.
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
Thank God.
Don Quixote. Talking without thinking is like shooting without taking aim. I have to think about that one.
How many water? We got way too much of that. What's this? Find the key with a code symbol of air.
Prometheus, punished for stealing fire from the gods and giving it to man.
Doyle's not in here, man. Question is, what are we looking for? Never release the sword. Oh, let me open the sword. No, a double thorn. Something else we don't need. Got a coin. Got a golden elixir. Hey man, it's nothing. What's this? Oh, coin.
Amber crystals.
Try to convince me. Okay, so he's not in here.
Don Quixote. Talking without thinking is like shooting without taking aim. I have to think about that one.
This is what do you think about
Father's probably still behind the door. I best go out through the balcony just in case.
The hell? Alright, it's not this balcony. See anything here though while I'm out here? Since they do that section off like some weird people. There we go. Let's go this way. That's the one. What's this? Got a collector's coin. I don't know what you use these collector's coins for. But he's obviously not in there, so you gotta find him another way. Try to convince Godoy. What the hell is Godoy? Walnut's still there? Just keep on knocking, huh? Hey, Walnut, I don't think he's there, dog.
Ah, Monsieur de Richet. You wouldn't have seen Duke Manuel by any chance, would you?
I was going to ask you the same question.
I wanted to speak to him, but no one will open the door. I'm not sure he's in there.
If I want to pass through, I'll have to get Volner out of the way.
No, we already been there. It's cool.
He won't let me by. I'll have to find another way of getting into the damned room.
It's okay. He's not in there, Louis. It's fine.
Monsignor, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
That door is locked. Yeah, that's this way too. Now I think I guess it doesn't lead anywhere. It's right in the room.
President George Washington.
Washington in there? Yeah, Washington is in there. Snoop through watching this shit while he ain't here. This is why it takes me so long to play this damn game. I'm snooping through everybody's stuff. Force it open. No point in breaking stuff. And wasting our points.
My dear George, I'd like to invite you to join me as planned at my...
I need to read that. I think I read that before. Okay, nothing in George's room. Who's this? Hell room is gonna make me have to load it. So. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm deduced that they're not down here. I'm guessing they must be somewhere at the bottom. So I'm gonna try to go downstairs and see if we can find them. They obviously ain't down here. Doesn't seem like anybody's in their room. Everybody just out here trying to push their own agenda. See a servant anywhere? Let's try going this way. Can't go that way. Let's try going this way. Boy, every time you go through a door, these damn load screens. Every time. It's so long. Oh my god. Well, I wouldn't give it to the marker. Just let me know where he is. Let's try to get where's Godoy. Where the hell is Godoy? Where you be at? If I was a weirdo. Well, use golden elixir to remove negative alterations. Okay, honestly, he's not in here. Godoy looks like he never read a book in his day of his life. It's like you're not in your what's name, you're not in your room. Where would you be? I say he's not in the garden. No point wasting our time going through a low screen if he's not there. Please let the door be in wherever this is.
The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
I've never had it. Oh, good door. It's a butterfly here.
Duke Manuel?
Well, well. Monsieur de Richet, I was not expecting you. I am not in the mood, sir, I warn you. What do you want from me, sir?
I asked why was he angry when he arrived. Remind me of our country's common interest.
This conference can't have been easy for you. Is it always like this?
Ha! That is the least we can say. Yet I was warned. I knew what to expect from Mortimer. But I refused to be a laughingstock. If it is war the French want, that is what they will get.
Wait, we don't have to do this.
Perhaps. But everything is pushing us to do so. Just tell me one thing, monsieur. Why did you side with Mortimer? He is alone. Isolated. The United States can do nothing to help you, and France is surrounded by over 10 countries, just waiting for the word to pounce. Really, I do not see why you choose Mortimer.
Okay, let's see. Do I know anything about Godoy? His immunity is politics, right? What is this dude? Okay, so he's immune to that, but he's vulnerable to this.
The Golden Order, my friend. The Order is everywhere. We come from France. We're President of the United States, England, and many other countries. We have ambitions and the means to carry them out. You'll see, once all hell breaks out and your English support starts to fade away. The Order is an international organization. It matters little what governments do. Otherwise, why would Mortimer have gone to the trouble of inviting my mother?
If you are right, Sir Gregory has got it all wrong. Tell me, do you really believe Spain has any interest in ceding Louisiana to France?
This is logic. Ooh, I need to be able to do that one. What does this do? It can use a make skill use free.
Duke Manuel, for Spain, I don't know. But for you, I'm convinced that Lord Mortimer will thank you generously.
You would not be trying to bribe me, would you?
Nothing could be further from my mind.
Look
It would be
at
an
those
insult to the world
eyes.
that someone such as yourself might have a practical attitude towards its virtue. Even so, it is only natural that you be supported and encouraged if you were to follow Lord Mortimer, isn't it?
Indeed, for services rendered, it would be natural for me to receive compensation for the time spent achieving such an undertaking, yes?
Naturally. And, given your status, my Lord Duke, the compensation would have to be considerable.
Naturally. Tell me one last thing. What would I gain from all this?
To be free at home, blackmail, force in war. This is hard. This is conviction. This is aversion.
If you continue with home, our two countries will become rivals. It could turn into war. Who knows?
It is likely, even.
A war, Duke Manuel. On our own territories. Do you really see yourself committing the Kingdom of Spain to an armed conflict against France? Can you imagine the financial investment required, not to mention the loss of lives and dishonor at the slightest defeat? Do you see yourself being the man responsible for that?
No, but you are the one who's pushing me into it, you damned Frenchman!
I'm not pushing you into anything, Duke Manuel. If you are a man of the future and of progress, as I'm given to believe, you will know how much suffering a war would bring.
Come on, you fool, give it up. You're trapped like a rat.
Monsieur, I am astounded. I did not think you capable, but you have succeeded. I will be more wary of you the next time. Nonetheless, if you can guarantee Lord Mortimer's support, then yes, you can count on my vote when the time comes. However, I expect you to be discreet with regard to my former partners, without which our agreement will become null and void.
Of course, my Lord Duke. You can count on me. Lord Mortimer will be delighted to hear the news.
I hope you know what you're getting into, Louis. I bid you good luck.
Good night, my Lord Duke.
See you tomorrow.
Well, that's one thing out of the way.
We did that shit.
The only thing we have to do is wait for the conference to resume tomorrow morning.
Oh, cool. We get to go to bed now. Secured the bag. I actually like this game. This game reminds me of like the old school games where they used to have these like puzzles, and you just be there all day just trying to find out how to do these puzzles until like it finally clicks. And that's what I like about this game. Yeah, it takes forever to like stream and stuff, so because you gotta like sit there and think and everything. It's like a real thinker's game. Consult your journal frequently to check the immunities and vulnerabilities you have uncovered in other guests. The other guests. Oh yeah, we gotta go to sleep, right? Now all they have to just fix in this game is just a crazy amount of load screens. Based off like how much was rendered, I don't think should need this amount of load screens, but I think it wasn't made by like a big developer, so maybe they just, did what they could with what they had. Which I respect. We're about to get to the conference. Where you at? Where you at? Come on. Let's go this way. I hope going to sleep is gonna fill my bar back up because I'm trying to manage this shit after you use so much. It's crazy. You help when you go in there, Emily's just in there waiting on you. Just like, hey, baby. Oh, is he eating that kid? Oh,
Good evening, Monsieur le Français.
Duchess, you're here. What a charming surprise. I'm beginning to think you can't be without me.
You have managed to penetrate my armor, sir. Am I disturbing you, perhaps?
Not at all, Emily.
That's not what I said.
Ah, by the way, you surprised me during the conference.
Why's that?
Well, you are going to lose. Why stay with Lord Mortimer?
I believe he has every chance of winning.
My, you are a rash one. However, if ever you want to change sides, please feel free to let me know.
But tell me, you didn't come here to try and make me change my mind, did you?
That's the last thing on my mind. Although you would have everything to gain by it.
Oh, that change sides. Also curious. What's this? Use skill free.
Do you perhaps know something that I don't? Come on, Emily. It's time you lay your cards on the table.
She knows something about Louisiana. She knows something about Mortimer. I never know with her.
If you know something I don't about Lord Mortimer, now's the time.
I don't want to speak ill of him, but in certain circles, you can't exactly say he has a good reputation.
Continue.
Well, there have been instances where he has used people, then gotten rid of them once he no longer seemed to need them, Louis. He makes fine promises, makes you feel valuable, tests you. But beware. I'm worried that something might happen to you.
Are you advising me to change sides as a precaution?
I'd rather say as a safety measure. Louis, if you trust me, you ought to ask yourself why I have chosen home. You do trust me, don't you?
No, we'll make her believe so. I don't trust her. What is she good against? She's good against logic, but she's vulnerable to psychology. just take a long time.
Of course, Emily. You know you have my full trust.
Louis, you're lying. That's not good. Any more of that and I might get upset.
Oh,
Admit,
fuck
though,
me.
that it does make you...
She got more than one
There's
immunity.
still time, you know. Join us before it's too late.
Why would I change sides though? Because I do believe what she said about Mortimer, but as far as home doesn't fucking hit me with nothing things.
Unfortunately, my word is my bond. I don't want to leave Lord Mortimer in the lurch.
Very well, as you wish. It's up to you to decide.
Tell me, are these visits to Mortimer's always so intense?
Yes and no. My sister doesn't normally disappear like she has. Any news of your mother?
None. Speak to her about Emma. No.
Still nothing, no.
Very well. Can we change subject, please? I didn't come here to go through all that again.
Of course, it's late. You're right.
Oh shit, is this going down? This is so weird. This is so weird. That is just so bad. Oh shit. I see you look, you still put a thing. Even though you don't trust her. Yeah, I think I'm wrong for not telling her that her sister's dead because of
My
her
friends,
mother.
do not worry. I assure you that Lord Mortimer's plan will never see the light of day. I shall deal with informing our allies, but for the time being, I need you to make a stand.
What do you think about Monsieur de Richet?
I don't know yet. I feel there's great potential in him.
He looks like he can be trusted. And Duchess Hillsborough. Why isn't she here?
She's busy. Don't worry about her.
Oh, isn't it time to replace her?
Not so fast, sir. She is an important figure. You ought to have a little more faith in her.
What are we going to do about Washington?
He will be a hard nut to crack. On our chessboard, he is Mortimer's king.
Don't worry. Mr. President only wants one thing. To keep his dear America united. He won't jeopardize everything he has achieved on a whim.
He has been serving Mortimer for quite some time. It won't be easy to bring him around. Do you feel all right, Mr. Godoy? You haven't said a word.
Please, excuse me, gentlemen. I feel tired.
Oh, I see. I think it is high time you left us then. Now!
What? No, what's going on here? Did he notice me? Or did he just notice that Godoy's on some bullshit?
Emily? Emily?
Emily dip, dude.
Are you there?
Like halfway through the other night.
Sir, the conference is about to begin. You are expected in the conference room.
Tell them I'm coming. Thank you.
Come on, Louis. The game is back on.
Yeah, the game's back on.
My friends, the conference is about to begin. Please excuse me if I troubled you last night with my project. I understand that you might well have a few questions to ask. As you know, the final vote will be cast in a few days. This morning's aim is to answer your questions and check the temperature of your respective positions so that we may reach a greater understanding.
As always, Lord Mortimer.
We parted in perfect disagreement, my lord. Where would you like us to take it from?
Come, sir. Please let William believe he still has a chance of winning us over. Otherwise, his imprecations will lack panache, and we shall be bored stiff.
Oh, let me assure you, I am convinced that a good night's sleep has brought sound advice, and that this morning will be even more interesting. Therefore, I would like to go around the table in order to hear everyone's first impressions.
Well, I am still firmly against it, even though my choice won't count.
Against.
Against. Against.
And you, Luke Manuel?
Well, you see, it is more complicated and it...
Goodbye?
Calm, Gregory. Don't try to impress my guests, please.
They are not your guests.
Gregory, anyone under my roof is by definition my guest. You included. I would be very grateful if you would let my guests speak. Duke Manuel, you were saying you still had some doubts?
Well, you see, the situation has changed since last night.
What's going on here, my Lord Duke?
You see, I gave it some thought during the night. New arguments have come to light.
What do you mean, Duke Manuel?
Sir Gregory, I regret to inform you that Spain will not support you in this operation. I vote for. Moreover, in response to arguments brought to my attention, I declare war on France.
What?
Whoa,
What is he doing?
If you think France is afraid of you, you are dreaming.
Over 10 nations rise against you, young man, and you behave like a yapping little dog?
When the French armies are at your door, my Lord Duke, you will change your tune. Well, as for me, I am for Lord Mortimer's project, despite Duchess Hillsborough's overwhelmingly convincing nocturnal attentions.
What? So Emily was playing at trying to win over guests last night?
It was nothing more than a friendly little chat, of course.
How could it be otherwise? And by the way, remember me to your husband when you see him. And you, President Washington, what is your position?
4, of course.
Well, that leaves just yourself and Monsieur Peru, Louis.
You're all making me sick. Look at yourselves.
What?
You are pathetic!
Have you been drinking or what?
There you are, quibbling away. My lord do this, and Madame do just that. You know very well that we're nothing but puppets on a damn string.
Jacques, Ariel.
Let's end the charade. It's over.
Jacques.
My lord, thank you for everything you've done for me over the years. But it didn't come for free. And now I see the price is too high to pay. I'll stop.
Come, Jacques, we'll talk it over.
No, I'm finished. I want my freedom back, my lord. I shall no longer work for you.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Dorishe, you just can't help it, can you? Stop trying to play the hero, man.
Put the gun down, bro. Put the gun down. God, I don't know how to stuff for this. Okay. First thing, we just got various immunities. Oh, I didn't think it's so fucking bad so quick. Oh God. What's Peru? There you go. Chocolate's Peru. His vulnerability to psychology. Okay. He doesn't deserve that.
Monsieur, I know I don't really know you, but you seem like a decent person.
I have done so many horrible things.
You blame yourself.
Man.
I can
You got a
see
kid.
that. Everything's not lost.
I don't want to do bad things anymore.
You can take control of yourself again. You can fix whatever it is you've done.
Do you really believe that?
Of course, Jacques. You'll have all the time you need.
Oh, okay. Your daughter is not. Conviction. Stand together, man. Oh, I feel like that's not the right one. Your daughter has nothing to fear.
Look, you've done as much as you can. You have nothing to fear. Your daughter is safe.
Shut up!
No! Shit! No! Damn it! Fuck! Yeah. Oh my God! Shit, man. That was a real episode, y'all. That was super awesome. God, I thought bringing up his daughter would like fucking stop him. I should have read that shit more. Oh my God, he just pulled a trigger on himself. God, fuck. Okay, man, that was real. That is actually where we're gonna leave it today. We will pick this back up next time. Thank y'all for watching. If y'all like what y'all saw, please, subscribe to me on Twitch, Tugman48, and also subscribe to me on YouTube at Tugman Gaming. I do post all my stuff there as well. And we're out here. Thank you guys for watching. All right, deuces.